Can't make it up. I'm at dinner last night. I'm not gonna go into deep. I don't really know. How about that? But one thing I don't know is that my sister never tells me her personal relationship with us. But what I know is I left y'all last night. We went to Brooklyn Chop House. She treated 10 grown men to dinner. And I woke up in the morning and my phone was going crazy. And he was like, yo, look what's going on. I'm like, what the?
How do you manage that? Between your bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to manage that. Well, yeah, this is a hard situation because of him. She made me love him. You know what I'm saying? So I really love him. You know what I'm saying? That's my goddaughter's fault. So much, I'm like I try to tell you, I'm old school morals and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's like, damn, like he's the godfather. These people pass away. I raised the baby. I don't like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like none of that shit. What I can't do is stop or have it. If they won't listen to me.
It's like the old time. She's like, I'm gonna wear this. My next birthday, we're gonna wear the same thing. I'm like, bro, she's not coming back. It's over. But anyway,
Therefore, Papoose reprimanded Fat Joe for his role in the continuing dispute between Pap and Remy Ma in a recent interview. Even though he didn't want to take sides, it was obvious that he supported Remy. However, Papoose told Fat Joe to keep his distance and disregard his family. For the past 2 weeks, he and Remy have been disparaging each other on social media, and at first, it seemed that Remy was the one starting the arguments. The drama is just going to grow worse, so you guys had better come in and let's start this. As you may already be aware, ever since Remy Ma found Pap asleep with his phone in his hand while talking to his new girlfriend, professional Clarissa Shields, Papoose and Remy Ma have been tearing at each other's throats online. She went on to reveal more invoices that showed how poorly Papoose and his new partner had been treating her. Remy apparently took screenshots of those texts after she and Papoose started making fun of one another recently. Papoose dozed off while talking on the phone with Clarissa Shields in my house, she stated. He became pretty caught up and wouldn't leave this boxer, who was reportedly the world champion, when she heard my voice. Now that I've told you everything, you're not alone, my love. Clarissa sent Papoose a text message that said, take accountability. Their connection appeared to be very serious. Telling me you made it home safely or chatting with me shouldn't be too difficult if you can at least sleep with me in person or over the phone. You are the one who is married after all. In a post to Instagram, Kate said this lady Clarissa Shields and that sorry publicity team have been putting out fake stories about me every day to make me look bad and him look like God's gift for too long. In actuality, Remy thought this was completely uncute and accused Clarissa of slandering her in the media. Pleaded with Papoose to stop the story, but he insisted that the best course of action was to keep quiet. Oh, I'm exhausted. He went on to say that he would never date you because you are ugly. But don't worry, I saw it all, and the world will see it because you are such a tough boo. Although it's unclear where Clarissa was smearing Remy's reputation, Remy showed printouts of texts in which she expressed fear about the entire situation due to the negative news. There will soon be a documentary about Clarissa called. The last thing she needs right now is to be called a spouse snatcher by the media. I know you hate the internet games, but you need to do something today about this girl, she stated in the text she sent to Papoose with the whole situation. My PR team will lose their minds when they see this. I can't be up there exposing her before the movie comes out on December 25th, etc. As for your other phone, have you received it yet? I'm not concerned about anything she said or mentioned in her account, so don't worry. Just give me as brief an explanation as you can. It's amusing because Clarissa implied that Papoose isn't providing her with the attention she needs when she said in a different text that she asked for gifts. I'm tripping. I say, I want some alone time and flowers. I'm tripping and don't know how to feel, so I'm lying here feeling foolish. Remy immediately attacked Clarissa, shouting, Pose, you effing dummy. Hey, Miss Shields. Before following your advice, he snapped a picture of your conversation. While I was away, he was holding me down and was about to inform me that he had written me poetry. Imagine that. He also threatened to do that. So if anything explicit arises about me, it was him. For background, Remy was already seeing Papoose at the time of her arrest in 2008. They were friends. He was also planning to try to ruin me with one of his chicks, the woman who hadn't slept with him in 17 years, and he was getting me arrested. Everything was cute until Remy started accusing Papoose of creeping around behind her back and holding her down. By disclosing their conversations in December, Remy validated Clarissa's suspicions that Papoose was holding her down. While she was still in prison, they got married over the phone in 2015. After her release, they renewed their vows and miraculously transformed their image to become one of the most well-known hip-hop couples. Clarissa was out here stirring things up while Pap and Remy were arguing. On her Instagram stories, she discussed how a lady with 2 boyfriends gets upset with a man who has a girlfriend. "Hey, and Shields," replied Remy, "why in the world were you tagging me if I wasn't the only one?" Because he believes he is the prize and is a taker rather than a giver. YNS won't simply say, "Oh," and he won't buy you anything. This is due to the fact that I am a good lady and, like my ex-husband, I am a one boyfriend. I'm not your enemy, and the reason your girlfriend is upset is because I'm actually quite happy. Please don't bother me. I have the bag too. Oh, and you look foolish too, even though you said you felt foolish. You won't. And that was a lie because he never knocked anyone out. So relax. Remy wasn't holding back, but many felt she overreached herself when she said Clarissa didn't want her as an opponent and that she wouldn't knock her out, despite the fact that Clarissa is an accomplished boxer who would surely do so unless she expects to wield a hammer in a fistfight. Something we know Remy is more than capable of, one-on-one. Speaking of being knocked out, Remy revealed that Papoose had made up a narrative about knocking out someone, and that someone was Easy the Block Captain, Remy's new boyfriend. According to Remy, this is what transpired. Ease was a member of the new rap battle league that she founded, which made Papoose jealous since she was promoting him over him. After a battle broke out between Papoose and Ease, Remy alleged that Pat had played a dirty trick. Online followers were likewise caught aback by Papoose's willingness to go to such extremes, and they gave him full rein by naming him the Toxic One. After cheating on her, he sought to extract money from her and then publicly publicized her activities online. Then, according to Remy, Papoose texted ES to inform him that she had hired a masked man to set him up, something she denied. If this were true, however, Papoose's action was incredibly petty, as he might have easily put Remy's life in jeopardy. After the drama began, Papoose painted Remy as the toxic one, accusing her of being a bad mother and cheating on him. He had tried to set her up. "Now that I've finally moved on, I regret to inform you that Remy is a narcissist," he said. "She's playing the victim. I've filed for divorce several times. She would rather influence Chase on social media than deal with this like a responsible adult. I didn't want to participate in the foolishness of social media for the benefit of my 6-year-old child." He also subtly addressed Remy's claim that he was attempting to have her arrested, saying, "I will never get anyone arrested again. You are lying. That can be easily verified. You are the one who plays with police, lying about history that unfolded in front of the whole world. It is pathetic to falsify text messages that you claim are from over a decade ago just to create a false narrative and justify cheating. It is narcissistic behavior." On Christmas Day, he shared a photo of Remy Ma and her partner, writing, "While my daughter and Remy Ma were at home for Christmas last year. Now that I've moved on, she's acting narcissistic and lying. I told her we could get a divorce like grown-ups, but I wouldn't lie and act like I didn't knock this guy out, so she won't do that. She sent me messages pleading with me to lie about the knockout, but it doesn't matter because he didn't even throw a punch. The last time I saw him, everyone saw him in the fetal position. Stayed with him at home for 4 days. As you can see, she was keen to lie about it again. She shook my head and was a narcissist. I knocked him out not because he slept with my wife, but because he shook my hand and then did so. #selfish, #ex-wife. Remy showed receipts proving that she had spent Christmas Day with their daughter, even if it's possible that she spent the night with her new lover. Papoose, you have a terrible gambling habit and attempted to pressure me for money so that your divorce would go smoothly. You asked me to take it off when you called. After you posted a complete and utter lie, he removed his. After last year's Christmas, I'll take him down and cease. On any significant day, all you do is pretend that you look fine in the background, regardless of what I am doing with my child. Even though I'm not the social media type, you said that the only way you would quit would be with a public uproar. Let's obtain a covered divorce. I've been begging you to do so for years. In the same way, you utilize my principles from my upbringing and my reputation as a gangster girl against me. Oh, Remy Ma is going to call the police for help. You record me saying, "You are a rat and a snitch. Your brother is named Joe. My loved ones actually love you, so why would I engage them? I know I can't beat you, so I'll let you continue to do it to me since I've seen it go wrong too many times. You tried to block me off from everyone and everything. Therefore, my dumb ass told them not to discuss your true self. You would do whatever it takes to keep Black Love's reputation intact. By saying that Papoose tried to keep her away from her kid, who worships me, and all of her other loved ones, Remy effectively accused Papoose of being dishonest and manipulative. As you know, I am a great mother and I take good care of her. Don't try to illustrate that. Even though I had assisted you in building, you were okay with the lies being spread about me. How many of my relatives and friends have you purposefully caused discomfort and alienation?" Her brothers include Fat Joe, who has become her big brother. Fat Joe added to this discussion in a recent interview by asserting that Remy Ma was the reason he admired Papoose. Apart from their long history together, Remy and Fat Joe have a tight relationship because he is the godfather of her child. It was clear that Fat Joe was making a concerted effort to avoid getting involved in married people's affairs, despite his claim that he couldn't truly take sides. Speak poorly of Papoose.
Last night, I'm not going to go into deep. I don't really know. How about that? But one thing I don't know is that my sister never tells me our personal relationship business. But what I know is I left y'all last night. We went to Brooklyn Chop House. She treated 10 grown men to dinner. And I woke up in the morning and then my phone was going crazy. And they was like, yo, look what's going on. I'm like, what the?
How do you manage that? Between your bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to manage that. Well, yeah, this is a hard situation because of him, she made me love him. You know what I'm saying? So I really love him. You know what I'm saying? That's my goddaughter's father. So a whole bunch of, I'm like I try to tell you, I'm old school morals and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like with me, it's like, damn, like I'm the godfather. These people passed away. I raised the baby. I don't like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like none of that shit. I can't do is stop it. Or they won't listen to me.
Papoose didn't like how heavy he was. Reports state that he talked to Joe and expressed his opinions. But here's the catch. Joe, who is said to be angry with Papoose for mistreating Remy, was not impressed. For years, Pap has been gaslighting Remy and occasionally molesting her. She discussed this on her Instagram story, saying, "Play with the cops. You forget that the pool renovation was never finished because you were fighting me in the garage and the workers had to call the cops to break it up. I'm not Eddie." The sound and video keep playing after that, and since Fat Joe wasn't present to play with them, it appears that Remy mailed him all of these receipts. Pap's response was only, "Peace to my brother Fat Joe. No Papoose at all. I believe his interview was misinterpreted by everyone. Even though I wasn't with them, I frequently spend hundreds of dollars at Brooklyn Chop House because I adore it so much." Remy has people who will pull up, so Pat may also be watching if stories are to be believed. I want to know what you think if this argument gets worse. Was it right for Fat Joe to bring up the fight between Remy and Papoose? Do you think Remy and Papoose are both overreacting, or are they both equally poisonous? Please click here and leave a comment below for more videos like this one.